Some of you may know me from Major League Wrestling. Some of you may have seen some clips on YouTube. And I'm sure a handful of you got a glimpse of me at AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. But 90% of you, most of you, know me because my name is Brian Pillman Jr. And I follow in the footsteps of someone who exemplified excellence, someone who contributed more than most to this business, my father, Brian Pillman. The loose cannon, Flying Brian, you name it. There's a number of things that make his career so much memorable that after 20 years, he is still remembered to this day, and I'm able to go out there and call myself a professional wrestler because of his legacy. But oftentimes, that baggage gets pretty heavy. You go into a lot of locker rooms, you get a lot of opportunities in a lot of spots just based on who you are. You don't even know if the promoter's even seen a match of yours. You don't even know if they know anything about you. But because you're Pillman's kid, because we can slap that name on a poster, a few more people might buy some tickets, and everybody gets to go home happy. That's all about the change. That's all about the change because after just under 2 years of wrestling every single weekend, I can finally confidently say that I'm holding my own in that ring, and people aren't just coming up to me saying the same old spiel. Oh, your dad. I loved your dad. I loved how he wrestled. I loved when Steve broke into his house with that and he pulled out that gun and that angle and all that, and they asked me that, and oh man. But one of the most common things I hear, one of the most driving things, one of the things I resent the most is when fans come up to me and they say, I'll never forget that match that your dad had with Jushin Thunder Liger at WCW Super Brawl. It was one of the greatest matches I'd ever seen live. As a matter of fact, many people have said it was the greatest match they'd ever seen at that time. And it still holds the test of time to this day. But you know why? You know why that hurts me so much inside? And you know why I hate hearing that? It's because I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to go out there and wrestle a match as good as that. And I may never be able to prove it. I may never find my Liger. But I can assure you this. On July 7th, Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Grady Cole Center, I'm going out there and I'm wrestling in the same building as that man. I'm wrestling in the same building as Jushin Thunder Liger. The man that made my father famous. The man that had the match that made my father such a legend that I'm able to go out there to this day and wrestle in honor of my father and in honor of you too, Jushin. I'm able to go out there and live in your all's shadow. But each and every time it hurts. Each and every time I hear that sentence, it eats at me. It eats at me alive. Because I know I may never get in the ring with you, Jushin. I may never get to prove myself at that caliber, at the prestigious, hard-hitting style of Japanese wrestling. I may never get to wrestle in Japan. But so be it. If I don't find my Liger, at least I'll get to find you. At least I'll get to shake your hand. And thank you, Jushin. Thank you for making my father one of the biggest stars wrestling's ever seen. Thank you.
July 7th, PWX takes over the Grady Cole Center in Charlotte, North Carolina for its biggest event in company's history, featuring New Japan Pro Wrestling stars Rocky Romero, Pungi 3K, and wrestling legend Jushin Thunder Liger. Tickets and meet and greet packages are available at pwxpro.com. Don't miss your final chance to see Jushin Thunder Liger in Charlotte. PWX, live the experience.